Is that still what we're calling this?
That is. It's a horrible title.
It's a horrible title.
We need to work on that. Can we just put that at the top of the to-do list? Who came up with this?
I don't know if it's that bad.
Oh,
That's not.
That's it. All right. Okay. All right. So, thanks. Welcome back, Tom, for another one of your tiny top tens.
Hey, we're on the road.
I know. We're here in Essen. It's toward the end of the con. I am exhausted.
I'm exhausted.
So I will give you all the energy I have left.
I don't need it. I'm feeling great. I had a donut.
Good. Take over.
All right. So what do you got for us this week?
All right. Well, since we're in Germany, I figured we would do a top 10 games that are set in Germany.
All right.
I like that.
Okay.
Which I thought would be easy. It is not.
Yeah, I can't personally think of 10 games that take place in Germany just off the top of my head.
I can think of exactly 0.
So many games, are designed here in Germany.
Sure.
I figured they would design about their own country, but I'm finding they design more games about France. So there is some sort of love relationship there I don't know about.
Sure.
Are you saying Germans want to be French?
I think they want to live in France.
But who doesn't?
Number 10 is a game about delivering mail. That's Thurn and Taxis. This game won big awards, the Spiel des Jahres, which is the biggest award to win in Germany. So here's the deal. I had to put 10 games on the list. I don't actually like number 10. So,
excellent. Good way to start out.
But a lot of people do, and it won the Spiel des Jahres several years ago. No, but it is an excellent game. A lot of people really like it, in which you are just basically connecting routes and delivering mail. It's one of the few games I've fallen asleep while playing, but I was also extremely tired. I need it to fill the list. Are we ready, number 9?
All right, number 9.
Number 9.
All right, number 9 is... So when I was making this list, I looked up a list of city names in Germany to see how many of them... And again, very few. But number 9 is one, Ulm, U-L-M. It is a game in which you are going down the river, building buildings next to the river, and who cares? The theme doesn't matter at all. But it's in Germany, so it counts. There's some interesting things that you will do there.
Did you stay awake through this game?
I did.
Excellent.
We are now in the games I like.
Okay. All right. Well, that doesn't mean just because you like a game doesn't mean you won't fall asleep during one.
That is very true. I've fallen asleep through several games here.
Yeah.
Because,
It's Essen.
It's Essen.
Yeah. Last night, I fell asleep while eating. So, just
That
saying.
I've never done.
Yeah. No, I fell right into a hot dog. But just...
Number 8 is based on everyone's favorite thing to talk about, politics. And that's D. Macher. You haven't heard of this one?
I have not. No, this is one I haven't heard of.
What's the biggest database on the internet about board games?
That would be BGG.
BoardGameGeek.com.
Yeah.
This is entry 1. This was the
first game.
It's not the first game ever made. It's just that when they started their database,
Sure.
this was the first game they put in.
Wow.
It's about the German elections. Now, I have thought that the United States elections can be confusing with the Electoral College.
Right.
Please.
They are for kindergartners compared to German elections. Germany has multiple political parties.
Multiple.
So when they elect whatever they're electing, everyone is arguing over this. You have to make coalitions, and that's what this game does. It's a 3 to 4 hour slog through politics, which sounds horrifically boring, but it's actually quite well done.
Selling the heck out of this.
It's actually educational.
Sure.
It's also very long, 4 hours. But it's an excellent game that you'll never play.
Exactly.
D. Macher. Number 7 takes place in Germany somewhere. Oh, actually, I know where. It's Arle. The Fields of Arle. This is by one of the most famous board game designers in the world, Uwe Rosenberg, who likes to design games that have all kinds of things going on in them. His famous games Agricola, Caverna, Le Havre. You have these peat bogs that you are trying to farm and get rid of the peat and then grow farming stuff there and get food and feed your people and all. I'm under the impression that Uwe Rosenberg was a starved child because in all his games you have to feed people. You would do well.
Yeah, yes, I would.
But in this one, it's about peat farming. So there you go. Fields of Arle.
Which, by the way, I did not know you could eat peat.
Well, I didn't say that. I just said
If
the people
he's
need
really
to eat.
small.
Are they peat? I got the joke. It just wasn't very funny, so I ignored it.
Thanks.
But your look brought attention to it. He was talking about cannibalizing Pete if he was small. Yeah, yeah. That's the kind of humor we make here.
This is the kind of jokes that you guys do. All right.
Yep.
Number 6 is one everyone has heard of, maybe even you, and that's Power Grid.
I own Power Grid.
Power.
Yes, I did. I own Power Grid. Have you heard of Power Grid, just out of curiosity?
Only because I look at the games on his shelf.
Yeah.
All right, but here's the deal. He probably only plays Power Grid on the United States side, but the other side is Germany.
Right.
There's 2 sides to the board. In fact, you can buy maps for France, Italy, but the original game, half is in America, one side's in America and the other side's in Germany. In this game, you are providing power to people. You're doing it through coal, uranium, oil, and trash, recycling trash.
Nice.
And maybe green power, but who wants that? So you're getting these power plants and just supplying power. It's one of the most critically acclaimed games in existence.
Great.
It's a fun game. I enjoy it.
Did you know of it?
I did.
Number
I own it. I better know of it.
Number 5 is called Hamburgum. This is a game about building churches.
Don't know that one.
Well, it's a good thing to do. So you build churches by the way most people do, selling beer.
Oh, now I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
How are we raising money for this church? Let's have a beer-a-thon.
Marathon.
It's not quite like that. Actually, it is. It's another economical game, a very good game. It's a rondel game, which means you're moving a piece around.
I was going to say, I
in
want
a
to go to your
circle.
church.
Well,
There's a lot
I
of beer drinking.
I didn't say that's what happens at my church. I'm just saying that's.
All right.
But I'll show you some later. But
Sure.
you're selling resources. There's beer, and I actually don't remember the other two, but there's different resources. You sell them, you build. The game comes with little bells. Like you have little wooden sticks and bricks to build your church, and then a bell. It's totally unnecessary,
But fun.
it is fun. I really enjoy this one, and they have different maps, but the original map was Hamburgum. All right, now let's move to very popular stuff. Number 4, Catan. Wait,
I've heard of this one.
you have not. Settlers of Catan, or it's called Catan now, takes place in a fictional fantasy world of, well, if that's your fantasy, have fun.
Right.
But it's a made-up world. They did make a version called Catan Geographies Germany. Have you played it?
No.
Okay. But this one is on a map of Germany, and in this one, you play Catan on this map, but you actually build, instead of building cities, you build actual landmarks. They come with little plastic pieces of famous landmarks throughout Germany. It's really good, and it's actually, I think, simpler and easier to play than just straight Settlers of Catan.
Nice.
For this one, I think I'm going to have to take half a point because I've heard of Settlers Catan Geography. I don't know that I have specifically seen Settlers of Catan Geography Germany.
Well, as far as I know, there's only 2, and one is Germany, and the other is the United States. You're a Mariocentric person.
I know.
Number 3 is the castles of Mad King Ludwig, a few of which are in Germany.
And I own this one.
Yes.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, fine. But the castle of Mad King Ludwig, if you've seen any famous castle in the world, there's a good chance he designed it. And in this game, you get to build your own castle. You will do that by putting prices on a bunch of rooms. People will pay you for them, and then you can buy one of the leftover rooms, and you just build castles, undergrounds, towers, all sorts of stuff. If you want to build a castle, you'll want to play this game.
And they just had a kind of a hybrid game that just came out between 2 castles of Mad King Ludwig.
That is correct,
Yeah.
but I did put that on that list because I didn't know if the between part was in Germany or not.
Right. Yeah, I guess the...
Also, it's not good enough to make the list. All right,
whoa!
There we go.
It's okay.
They're throwing it. Left and right here.
This is a top 10. We have
I
standards.
know. We have standards.
All right,
You have standards. We don't. Let's be very clear. Tom has standards. We do not. All right.
Well, that's true. I stay awake when I eat.
I
Number 2 is Ticket to Ride, Märklin. Now, there are many different Ticket to
You
Rides.
see what he did there? He got very excited when
I
he said Ticket to
know.
Ride. Märklin, nothing.
No.
Well, actually, they just came out last year with Ticket to Ride Germany.
Sure.
But Märklin was the first one. They call it Märklin because of the Märklin train sets. I don't know if you've seen them. They're very well done trains.
Right.
They come from Germany.
I know those trains.
This was set in Germany, the original map, and it showed those trains on the cards. The train
wow.
cards
Oh, yeah.
show Märklin cards. And so you're connecting routes, moving passengers around, back and forth between cities. So it's not just building routes, but you're moving people around.
Nice.
And catching the trains on time. I really like it. It's my favorite version of Ticket to Ride.
And I've heard of it. I don't own it. I own...
Ticket to Ride or Ticket to Ride Europe?
I own about
Netherlands?
6
Nordic
Ticket to
countries?
Rides. Yeah.
Really? You don't
about
own this one?
6. I don't own that one. I
Oh, it's
don't
my
think
favorite.
so. I don't think so. I'd have to look. This is one of those things where it's like, I bought numerous Ticket to Rides, and I've lost track of which ones I own. So I may own this one.
I will say I am not surprised that you cannot keep track of your entire collection.
I feel like this is a problem.
Yeah.
It is.
And number 1, my favorite game on this list is based on a old version of Germany back in the days, and Wallenstein. Now, Wallenstein,
Don't know this one.
I don't know
do
this
not.
one either.
Do not.
now here's what makes
All right.
Wallenstein great. Wallenstein, at its core, is a little bit like Risk, where you're moving these little cubes around and you're fighting and you build churches and castles and things like that. But what makes the game interesting, it comes with a cube tower. So it looks like a dice tower, which I've heard are very good.
Yeah.
and you drop a bunch of cubes in, but it has all these floors and they get caught in there.
Yes.
So if I'm going to fight you and you attack with 6 blue cubes and I have 3 red cubes, we throw all the cubes in a tower and we see what comes out.
Oh.
So let's say 2 blue cubes come out, 1 red cube. Well, the 1 blue cube kills 1 red and there's 1 blue cube. That's it.
That's it.
But you have some guys that are left in there maybe for the next battle.
Oh, nice.
So it works really well. The only problem is don't hit the table while you're playing.
These cubes come out.
But it is a fantastic game. They made a re-theming of it called Shogun, which was set in Japan.
Right.
But I like the Wallenstein one best. It's from Queen Games.
Yeah, I don't
They
know.
actually sell it here if you want to go look at it. But
I'm gonna have to get it.
Wallenstein, based on Count Wallenstein or Lord Wallenstein, or I don't know, some guy named Wallenstein.
Yeah.
Great.
Not an architectural version of Frankenstein.
That was wow.
Yeah.
Is this all the time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the time.
Well, those are my 10 games that take place in Germany. Most of them which do, and most of them which are good. And how many did you know?
I didn't keep count, but it was more than 5.
No way it wasn't.
And mine was more than
let's see
0.
here. It
Thurn and
was
Taxis, you said.
1, yeah. 1, no, I knew that.
Castles, 2.
Castles 2. 3,
Fields of Arle, did you know that one?
No. Power Grid I knew.
3.
Take it a ride.
5. I knew 5.
I think he just said 5 there, but I think it was 4.
Yeah.
He said half point,
I'm
so
pretty
full point
sure.
5.
Pretty sure I said 5.
I think it's on video.
It's on video, but
It would be impossible
fortunately-
for us to ever figure
fortunately,
this out.
Fortunately, I also control the editing process. It'll be 5. I don't know what it is now, but it'll be 5 by the time I'm done.